ドジャースの大谷翔平が15日のプレシーズンゲーム、巨人戦に1番指名打者で先発出場し、3回ノーアウト2塁の場面で迎えた2打席目にライトへツーランホームランを放ちました。この試合のドジャースは、先発投手を立てずに救援投手を次々と投入する、ブルペンデーの形をとり、ロブレスキ、カスペリアス、バンダ、ベシアが5回まで1安打無失点の好リレーを展開。6回には、新加入のイエーツが吉川にライト前敵自打を許して1点を返されましたが、その後は巨人打線を封じ込め、リードを守りきりました。また、この日リレー登板を任されたアントニー・バンダが登板直後にベンチでリポーターのインタビューを受け、日本遠征の感想や大好きなポケモンについて熱く語っていました。その様子を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Speaking of legends, there's Sadaharu Oh at Dodger Stadium in August of 1991 during the International Baseball Association All-Star Game at the Ravine. You know, before Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese Babe Ruth was Sadaharu Oh. As Kirby Yates begins bottom of the sixth with a strike. For 22 seasons, both starred for the Yomiuri Giants. He had 868 home runs. It's an absolute legend in Japanese baseball. And in 2023, it was on the field when Shohei met Sadaharu Oh and posed for this picture. It doesn't get more legendary than that in this country. Oh won 9 MVP awards. He was a 20-time All-Star. And so during that more than 2-decade-long career that spanned across 4 different decades for Sadaharu Oh, there's always the question, would he ever play in the major leagues? More than one major league team tried, including the Dodgers. Walter O'Malley and Bill Veeck of the Chicago White Sox both tried to lure Oh stateside to play in the major leagues, but he didn't go. And Oh has talked about it since then. He said, I wanted to go, but as you see a base hit for Katawaki in the right center field. The way O put it was, I wanted to go, but even if I had found a way, the fans would never have forgiven me. It was a different time. And I think that's an important reminder as we look back on the history of Japanese baseball as it relates to the Major League CK. Of course, we don't get to this point without what happened within the Dodgers organization in the mid-90s with Nomo Mania. But when Hideo Nomo came over, he lived out what O feared, the fans hating him, as Nomo was regarded as a villain.
Well, he was almost rebel-like. He'd found a clause in the contract and it allowed him to come over to the United States. And really, without Nomo and without the success that he had, I'm not sure that the opportunities would have been as abundant for Japanese players in the future. Nomo came over and he absolutely captivated the United States, and every time that he pitched, TVs were on here in Japan, and that was at the crazy hour, 16-hour difference, but he came over in the tornado and just the success that he had. We would not have seen. I do believe there would not be a Shohei Ohtani without Hideo Nomo.
This is a special guest in the Dodger dugout.
Stephen, I sure do. I am joined by Anthony Banda. And Anthony, you just finished up a very efficient inning of work. What is it like pitching here?
It's loud. The chanting is different, the drums, but it's all cool. It's all part of their culture, part of their baseball, and I'm very privileged and very grateful to be a part of that and experience it.
When you think about just being here, obviously there's so much talk about Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, them returning. But just from your eyes and being their teammate, what has it been like experiencing this moment with them?
It's incredible. This is, they're a generational talent, and this is their home country, and so be able to see the welcoming that they've received and being a part of that, it's very, very special. it's an experience that I would forever cherish.
You got to go to do some Pokemon shopping. I think it was a museum as well. You got to do it with your son. How cool was that experience just for you? Because I know, like, you know, yes, maybe your son is a big Pokemon fan, but I know you are as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely the one that got him into it. But no, it started with the cards first. You know, he liked the illustrations and stuff like that. It's kind of how I started. But being able to go over there and, you know, they welcomed us with open arms. And it was very, very, very incredible. It was a childhood dream that came true. I never would have ever thought that I would have get a chance to experience that. But to everybody watching, if you're a Pokemon fan, I recommend it. I recommend going to the cafe, checking it out. Like it's awesome. Like it's incredible. It's an experience that I would recommend for people.
You think about just the card collection you had as a child to now what you were able to pick up here. What probably either was the coolest card you had growing up, and then what you got this go round?
You know, I guess the coolest card would be, you know, I'm a big Gengar fan. It's a, you know, and so that's one of my favorites, and I think that would be the coolest card for me, along with a couple other. I don't want to get too exposed here, but yeah, this go around. It was just the experience and being able to meet the CEO and being able to like see, you know, the person that's brought my childhood alive with that experience. It was incredible, and I'm forever grateful for it. It was amazing.
So I want you to play a little bit of a game with me. If we had to pick, if someone was Pikachu on this team,
Yeah.
and then if someone was maybe Ash, right?
Okay.
Okay, so look at me. I know a little thing or two. So if someone was Pikachu and who is who on this team?
Okay, let's start with Vess. You know Vess? I would say Vess, high energy, great personality. I would say he's more like a Squirtle type, you know, like very out there, like, you know, great dude, awesome, funny. Who else? Let's go. Muncie. Muncie's that dog, that, you know, so I would, you know, I'm just going with the 3 starters. So I'm gonna name Muncie as the Bulbasaur, and then we got Freddie Freeman, the Charmander. I mean, he's just the boss. It's just awesome. So
You didn't give me who's Pikachu.
Oh, who's Pikachu? That's right. You know what? Let's go with Tommy Edman.
Oh,
Let's go with Tommy Edman. Yeah.
I like it. That was fun. Now, just tell me, what's been the best part about being here? Has it been the food? Has it been the culture? Has it been just taking in the sights? What has been the coolest part about this?
I mean, the easy answer is everything, but the food is amazing. They've always talked about back in the States as far as how different it is, and it's by far the bread itself. I had toast this morning. I was like, this is unbelievable. So the food is amazing. The city's clean. Everybody's so nice and generous. You know, everything about this city is pretty special. I see why people love to tourist here and come out and just see everything that they got to offer, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that too.
Before we started this interview, you had said to me that it would be a really cool experience to potentially end your baseball career here. How has this been just such a special preview of what that looks like and just what baseball looks like here in Japan?
Well, the baseball's different, you know, obviously with the chanting and everything else like that. It's a high energy environment. I would like to experience, you know, the overseas experience and everything like that. But selfishly, I would love to end my career in the major leagues. But if I have the opportunity to play over here, you know, and where I'm at in my career, that really depends on that. So, but
do this, Anthony, but we're going to have to let this go because Alex has 3 outs and we are done. All right, guys. Good job, Alex.
The fans are like, no, we need more Banda.